setting the gold standard. I'm Laura Ray. I have some products that I think really set the bar for how I view other products that I think are amazing. And this video is in collaboration with City Beauty. They're having their big sale where you can buy one of their City Lips and get one for free. I look forward to this sale. I'm going to share with you some of my favorite shades that I enjoy wearing. I like putting on the City Lips before I even start my makeup. I will put it on. And one tip you might not know is you can mix your lipstick you already have with it. So I like to put on the clear. Here's the clear right here. And let's put a little more on right on the lips like this. And then take another lipstick like my Revlon, which is a gold standard for me, and just mix it on the lips. Look at how beautiful that looks. It takes any lipstick. If you have some mattes that you haven't been able to use, that would be a great way to use them. Get the clear City Lips and then go on top with one of these matte shades that you feel are not hydrating enough. Now, one thing I enjoy about City Lips, I think it's the most hydrating, long-lasting lip product that I've ever used. I will put it on as a lip mask at night and I'll wake up in the morning and my lips are hydrated. I still have the product on. It really does amaze me. So you'll want to take advantage of this time of year where you can get one free, and you won't get the discount until you have two in your cart, just to let you know that. And the code is LARAY. So just put in LARAY, R-A-E, and you will get the discount. One product I tried recently, which has set a whole new gold standard for eye cream, is this one from Kiehl's. I have had some things to overcome in the past few months with issues, and one of them has been dry under eyes, unlike I've ever had in my life. I talked about this recently. This eye cream is the most unique I've ever used. When you put it on, it's got a thickness to it. It's really on the skin where you feel like it's sitting on the skin. But then you start rubbing it in and it just disappears. The consistency somewhere along the line changes to a feel of water across the top of the skin, and it just lasts. I was having such a problem with dry under eyes and my under eyes looking terrible, and this just transformed them overnight. I've never had an eye cream do that. So this has set a new bar for what I feel is a great eye cream. I wanted to mention too that I have products in all price points today. Some are super affordable, some are a little bit more. One that's a little bit more, but one you complimented me the most, I think, ever on is this Estee Lauder foundation. It's the Futurist Skin Tint Serum. I did a wear test on this. I have always wanted to compare it to the Double Wear, and I think this looks a lot better on my almost 60-year-old skin. I love the Double Wear, but it gives more of a matte finish. This gives a dewier finish to my skin. I think it looks really beautiful. I also chose a little deeper shade. Many of you had recommended that to me. You felt like the foundations that I buy are a little light. And I think part of that is the lighting where I'm filming. I'm matching at home the foundation, just in my bathroom lights, and the filming lights are a little different and wash me out a little bit more. But the shade I ended up purchasing is Wheat 3N2, and I think it's a beautiful shade for me. I'm loving it. I feel like it shows less of my lip lines that I have around my mouth. I've never smoked. I don't do anything that would create those lines except just pure aging. And I've gotten some a little here, and when I wear this, I don't notice them at all. When I wear the Double Wear, they'll show up a little bit. Also, I've just brought it under my eyes today. I'm not wearing any concealer, and I find when I wear this, the shade is just perfect for covering up the darkness in my under eyes. I don't have a lot of darkness there. It's mostly just the way the light hits with my deep set eyes. So I find that I can go without concealer with this, and it doesn't get into my fine lines and wrinkles. So this has become now a product that I measure things up to as I'm testing drugstore foundation, as I'm testing higher end. Are they worth it? How do they compare to this? Because I think this one is a superstar. I measure most eyeshadows up against MAC. I just feel like MAC has such amazing shadows. They're so beautiful. During the holiday, I believe, is when I purchased this, but I just love this palette. It's my go-to for just a beautiful luxe look to the eyes. Now, I didn't put on any sparkle today because you all love when I do a matte eye. And what's nice about this palette is the shimmers that they have are very soft, very mature friendly. This palette is called Connect in Color, and it's bronze influence if you're curious about this actual palette. But it's got a deeper shade to do liner. I find myself loving powder eyeliner. And also this shade is just such a beautiful tone that I can wear with anything. So when I'm looking at eyeshadow, whether it's from the drugstore or high-end, I always compare it against MAC. So many of you have asked, what are the most affordable brushes that you can suggest to me? I can't afford some of the higher end brushes, or I don't want to spend that much on brushes. Can you make a suggestion? And mine is one I haven't talked about in a long time. Sonia Kashuk was one of my favorite makeup brands, but unfortunately when she sold out the brand to Target, she discontinued making the makeup. They discontinued that, and they focused on makeup bags, brushes, sponges, and a few makeup tools. Because I used to wear a lot of Sonia Kashuk makeup when I first started my channel almost 10 years ago. But I find that Sonia Kashuk makes some of the most beautiful and amazing brushes. I recently bought this set. It comes in this cute little travel bag, which I will take with me when I do my retirement trip. When I retire from teaching after 30 years in May, at the end of May, over the summer, we're going to go to Mackinac Island, and that's going to be my retirement trip with my husband. We're really looking forward to it, and I'm going to take these brushes with me. They're super affordable. I don't like taking my most expensive things when I travel because I wonder if something gets lost or stolen, and these are fantastic. You have this liner brush that you can use for the brows, or I love to use it here to smudge liner. So it's multi-purpose. I love this fluffy brush. You can really get in the crease here and blend everything out. And then I love this one. This is perfect for patting on the lid like this. Just beautiful. I love these brushes. And this brush is just perfect for the cheeks, and I can use this for bronzer. So it's a beautiful set, super affordable. Now today I'm using one of the sponges that comes in a set of 3. These are fantastic. I love the shape that there's a point I can get into the inner corner, outer corner. I can even clean up my makeup like that. Beautiful for getting around the lips. These should be talked about so much more. Their bags are beautiful. Recently, I bought one of the larger makeup bags, and it's just become a favorite of mine. So if you haven't checked out Sonia Kashuk lately, I will leave the links for everything in the description of the video. I just think they have so many great tools to offer. Another tool from Sonia that I'm loving is this lip brush. It's got a wider side here for putting on the lipstick or lip gloss in the lips. And then here on this side, a pointier side, so you can go right here around the Cupid's bow and underneath. It's great for if you're lining your lips and you want to blend them out a little bit. But I've gotten so much use out of this brush, and I think everyone needs a lip brush. Another company that I think sets a gold standard is Revlon. I have so many Revlon products. I bought Revlon over the years since I've been a teenager. The new foundation I've talked about before, the Illuminates, is beautiful. Again, it's a very thin foundation. The consistency of it is a lot like the Estee Lauder. I'm going to put a little bit next to it. Of course, it got a head start, the Revlon. The Revlon is a little bit thicker than the Estee Lauder, but you can see they're almost the same consistency. And the Revlon here had a little bit of a head start. I applied that first. But it's a beautiful, much more affordable foundation if you're looking for something at the drugstore. It's hard for me to pick a favorite Revlon product because there's so many that I love. I love the blush that I'm wearing today. This is the shade Apricot. I think it looks beautiful on the cheeks. You wouldn't know that it's not high-end, and I've pretty much had every shade they've made in this blush. But the lipstick to me is just irreplaceable. It's my favorite at the drugstore, one of my favorite. I love Flower Beauty too. I think Flower Beauty makes incredible lipsticks also. But this just goes on so smoothly. The range of shades they have is incredible. And I just think they look beautiful on the lips. They're not drying. I've never had any that are drying, even the matte. Let me see, I have some right here on my table. This shade, If I Want To, is a matte, but it goes on so velvety and smooth. It doesn't feel like mattes. Let me put a little on. Wow, that looks beautiful with the city lips. If I had to pick one thing that really stands out to me from Revlon, I guess I'd have to say the lipstick, because they really set the bar for what a beautiful drugstore lipstick should be. For mascara, I would have to say the one that sets the bar so high is the Sky High from Maybelline. Today I'm wearing the primer and the mascara. I measure every mascara I try now up against this, whether it's high-end or affordable, because this mascara gives me the most length that I've probably had in my life. I don't have great lashes. They're not super long like you see all these people on Instagram with these lashes that are just a mile long. I've never had those lashes, but this gives me some length, makes them stand out. I think gives a beautiful look to the eyes. So this is the one I say that really sets the bar at the drugstore and for high-end. For powder, I would have to say Pat McGrath. This is a powder I recently purchased because of Lisa J. Lisa J said it was one of her favorite powders because it worked in her under eye. I have been experimenting with this, and I didn't put any powder on yet because I wanted to put it on while we were talking about it. But I just like to take that Sonia Kashuk sponge and sort of just roll like this with the powder. I have combination skin, so I tend to get oily right here in the middle. And this powder is just undetectable on the skin. It is beautiful. Now, a little trick that no one talks about anymore is going over your eyeshadow in between layers with a little bit of powder. So what I did today was I took the Sonia Kashuk brush, and after I put a layer of shadow, I just dipped into the Pat McGrath, sort of tapped off the powder a little bit, and went over to blend. And this just, I'm going to do a little more blending. Let's blend it out a little more. I'm going to blend this up higher so you can see what I mean. But this powder is just beautiful, and it's even softening the eyes, as you can see while I'm doing it. Look, that's a whole different look. A lot softer, a little less dramatic, but so beautiful for a mature eye. And I'm even going to go over the lid a little bit, just to blend everything out. So Pat McGrath, she has set the bar so high because most powders I don't like. I think they look too heavy on my skin. They make my skin look worse, especially my under eyes. This is a powder that I would feel comfortable going over very lightly in the under eye with a damp sponge. I would just go like this and barely touch it just to keep everything looking smooth. So these are my gold standard. Let me know in the comments what are yours. And don't forget about City Lips, buy one, get one free. That's amazing. Thank you so much to them for partnering with me today. I appreciate them supporting our mature community. And I love all of you. I hope you have a blessed week, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon.